Relax and let your mind unwind. Step inside, leave stress behind. Positive vibes and talk so wise. Say your affirmations, reach the skies. Like, comment, and subscribe now. Let the good vibe show you how. Catch your vibe, feel so right. Vibing with TC tonight. Catch your vibe, shining bright. Vibing with TC tonight. Lift your voice, let it sound. Good vibrations all around. Every word, every line makes your spirit start to shine. Like, comment, and subscribe now. Let the good vibe show you how. Catch a vibe, feel so right. Vibing with TC tonight. Catch a vibe, shining bright.
Looking to keep your skin smooth, hydrated, and nourished? Try Chronicle Cream Body Butter. This body butter deeply hydrates using 100% natural oils suitable for all skin types. With gentle fragrances, it glides on easily, offering a buttery feel that melts in perfectly. Don't miss out on giving your skin the care it deserves. Chronicle Cream Body Butter is ready for you. Order yours today.
Thank y'all for shopping with me. And y'all, please grab your body butters as soon as possible. The introductory price ends tomorrow. Bye.
Hey, everybody. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear us, sister. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me see who's in the chat. Hey, Mama 3, how you doing? Hey, my sister Tinkers. What's going on, baby? Hey, Miss Lynn. Hey, Niecy. What's going on, y'all? I'm just a messenger from above. How you doing? I'm just a messenger from above. Thank you, Mama 3, for putting that on there. Hey, Jessica. Okay, y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Hold on, let me see if this. Yeah, this is better. The light is better. Oh, hey, y'all. How are y'all doing today? I hope everyone did their positive affirmation today. Hey, Miss Yvonne, what's going on? Hey, self-love. What is good? What is good? I hope Neo come in here so I can see if she's blocked, because I couldn't see her comments the last time she was in here, and I don't like that because, you know, it is what it is. You said messenger. Messenger. I don't know what that means. But have everybody been doing their positive affirmation? Let me know if y'all been doing y'all positive affirmation. I just need to know. Let me look at something real quick, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So everybody is having a good Thursday? I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. I hope y'all having a good Thursday. Oh, yeah. Huh? Huh? What is up? Hey, cousin. What's going on? I love you. you. I love you so much. And I just want you to know, never change who you are. Never change who you are. I'm fighting through a little. I think I'm getting a little toothache down here. And it's killing me. Almost like Danny Glover said in this Christmas or whatever it was. He was like, I got my tooth is, and she said, Orgel. Like, my shit trying to throb a little bit. I don't know. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you have not subscribed to this channel. If you would like to bless my channel, my beautiful, beautiful mods, put my Cash App information on the screen and I will post it as well. Thank y'all for coming in here. Thank y'all. Now, I'm not going to be on this long because I need to go get me some soup because I can't eat with this starvation going on. But I'm going to get some soup. I'm going to eat some soup and then I got to make some more body butter, y'all. Body butter. I got to make some more body butter. I think that's going to have me busy and I ain't even mad at it. I'm not even mad at it. I'm glad that everybody is enjoying the body butter and I'm glad that y'all like it. I am going to try some new scents and I am going to have them on my order form, but I'm going to try out some things. And the things that I try out, they just going to be like limited edition just to see how they sell. And if they do pick up the sale, then I may have them on permanent, if that makes any sense. Right? So I know y'all see my title. My title is, do you ever learn the lesson or teach the lesson? Do you ever learn the lesson or do you teach the lesson? That's a broad question. And that's why I asked it, because that can be in any situation. Do you ever learn the lesson or are you the one that teach the lesson? And let me use it in different scenarios so people can understand where I'm coming from. Just say if you were in a relationship, right? And that could be with any relationship. And the person is always cheating or maybe disrespecting you. And sometimes we will, because we care about a person, we will allow the behavior to continue, won't we? It takes us a long time to get over people that we genuinely care about only because we have a certain attachment to them, right? So basically we keep bumping our heads and we keep bumping our heads and we keep bumping our heads, right? Until we get an open split on it and have to get stitches. It was a lesson in you going through that. It was a lesson that you had to learn going through that. And that means you probably had to see the person for who they are or what they are. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, you only seen the best in that person. So you allowed a lot of stuff to pass you by, right? Because of your genuineness to them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people can show you a different them until you finally know them, but the one that you did know was the better version. And now that you know the real version of them, you already hooked on the version that they showed you. So now you have to detach yourself, right? You do. But sometimes it will take us, instead of looking at the red flags, right? Sometimes if we're not looking at the red flags, it's like we don't pay attention because we don't want to pay attention to the red flags. We just choose to overlook them, right? We overlook them. Why do we overlook them? Like I said, because how much we love the person. Right? Hello, Bet. What's going on, Sugar Wooger? What's going on, Jessica? Feel better, child. This tooth, child. I don't know. I don't know. There's two. Yeah, that is broad. Hold on. Hey, my sis Sonia, how you doing, sugar wooger? I learn and teach. Okay. Okay. Tinker says she learned and teach. I ain't even had the comments on y'all. My bad. Hold on. Everybody speaking to everybody. Hey, Tiffany, give her. You said I love to learn, but I'm also a born leader that enjoys teaching. Okay, Mama Three. Okay, Mama Three. Yeah. So just say, for instance, sometimes you have to teach people lessons too, right? But we're gonna get to that. But we're gonna stay on how you have to learn your lessons. Sometimes when you have to peep out red flags, it's hard for us to detach. And that's with anybody or anything, especially when you've grown attached to them. The red flags, because usually you're going to get red flags, right? You're going to get red flags with people before, but we choose to ignore the red flags because maybe we want to be with that person. Maybe we want to be in a relationship with that person, or maybe we feel like, maybe they just having a rough day. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? However, the more that we ignore red flags from people, the worse it get, doesn't it? Just think about it. In any situation, and it could be a family relationship, and I can give you one of mine because y'all know I'm always transparent. A family member always is burning bridges. Always. But because of my love for the family member, I overlook the bridges that they have burned. And I continue to try to help this family member over and over and over and over. And people giving me signs saying, how many times you're going to get burnt by this person? How many times you're going to get burnt by this person? But because I love this person, I allow it. I allowed it. Me. Because I care about this person. But guess what? What did that person do? They burnt me again. You get what I'm saying? They burnt me again. So that was a lesson that I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you really have to start setting boundaries for yourself on what you're going to allow to come in your space and what you're going to allow to come out of your space. You feel what I'm saying? So people, you have to understand that learning lessons is just a part of growing. It's a part of growing pains. It's a part of growing and making sure that you stay in line with who you truly are as a person and not letting people take advantage of how you are moving or how you see things or how you set boundaries for yourself. Because sometimes when you start setting the boundaries because they have gotten used to making you learn their lesson, now that you set the boundary, they're not going to like it. They're not going to like the boundary that you set. So sometimes you have to make sure that you're doing the right thing for you as far as learning your lesson, setting your boundary, and moving on, right? Right? Now, as far as teaching the lesson, sometimes us as people, I'm not going to say that everybody is teachable. Everybody is teachable if they're willing to learn. And listen, you just have to understand that some people are not in spaces or places mentally where you are. So the lesson that you're trying to teach them, they may not grasp it. They may not grasp it at first. Some people, they feel like, can't nobody teach me nothing because I know it all. And if you have people in your midst that feel like they know it all, and I'm just sorry, I have to be blunt with this, Remove them. Remove them. If you have a person who feel like they're not teachable, I don't care if they're 80, I don't care if they're 70. You have to be able, if you're living on this earth, you're never too old to be teachable. You're never too old. Let me see. Hey, Miss Jamaica. You said, I know, and that's sad when teachers are so important. Exactly. And from my understanding, more underpaid. More underpaid. Vybyrz said, teacher, tinkerers, you would make a great teacher or processor. Yay! Then I realized that they didn't pay enough. Okay, y'all might be talking in the chat, but I don't want to miss nobody because. Okay, Miss Jamaica said, hey, TC in chat. Been in the ER since this morning, now on my way home. Family, have a great rest of the day on purpose. Oh, Miss Jamaica, are you okay? I hope you're okay, Miss Jamaica. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. I'm sending healing your way. Okay? I hope that you feel better. Okay, so y'all talking about teaching. Y'all talking about teaching. I figured. Okay. So I'm caught up. But when you have people just say, hey, G-Dub, how you doing, big sis? What you doing, big sis? Have you tried your body butter yet? But sometimes us as individuals, we don't want to take direction from other people because sometimes we already feel that we're born leaders, right? Right? Hey, Shelly Shell. But we feel like, I feel like I'm a born leader. You know what I'm saying? But I also know how to take direction too. You know what I'm saying? I know how to take direction to where I'm not overstepping if I'm in a group atmosphere and I have to be a team player to something. Let me just say that. I know how to be a team player and I know how to be a leader, right? But we have people, or sometimes we can run in paths with people that feel like you can't teach them nothing, or you can't suggest nothing, or you can't tell them nothing, or you can't give them some advice. And people like that would have a set mindset, if that makes any sense. People who have set mindsets don't believe in growing because they're comfortable where they are. So anything that you tell them or you try to possess to them, they're not going to be paying attention because their mindset is already set. It's already set to a point to where you can't tell me nothing. This is how I do it. This is how I am. So you're just going to have to accept it, right? That's not always a good thing either. The way that the world is changing people, you should be able to learn and grow and have a growth mindset. You know why? Because if your mindset is ready to grow, you'll be ready to learn. The way that things change on a daily, you should be able to take direction from other people. There's nothing wrong with you taking direction from other people or advice. But sometimes people feel like pride, ego, a lot of different things can come into play with that, right? Because I feel like I'm older than you doesn't mean that you know more than me, especially on different subjects. I may know more than you on certain subjects, right? But because you feel like you have an age difference or you feel like you've been living a long time, I can't tell you nothing, right? I can't tell you nothing. Oh, hey, Ashley. I didn't know Ashley was there. Hey, Ashley. Oh, okay, thank you for coming in here, Ashley. Professor. Okay, you said processor because I'm like, okay, what kind of processor? But yeah, you have to make sure. Hey, Simply Toya, What's going on, people? Thank y'all for coming in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed. And also, if you want to donate to the channel, because I am not monetized, you can do so by my Cash App pinned on the screen. But sometimes people will not want you to tell them anything, especially when they're used to doing it their way. People like that, I feel like mentally are not willing to grow. They're not willing to grow because they feel like if I'm comfortable in the space that I'm in, why would you try to make me uncomfortable with learning different things or being different or looking at it from a different point of view, if that makes any sense? You don't want it to be to where you're hanging around people and none of y'all are teachable. Like y'all just, oh, here, okay, you can't tell me nothing. I can't tell you nothing. Then what we doing? Then what are we doing? That's all I'm saying. We have to be able to respect where other people are coming from, because sometimes when you align yourself with different people from different walks of life, you just never know what you could learn from different people. You get what I'm saying? I know that I have a different walk of life from Tinkers. I have a different walk of life from G-Dub. But I am not opposed to neither one of those ladies teaching me anything or telling me anything. I feel like when you feel like, okay, let me just use an example. Me and my cousin, we hanging out, right? And she's trying to tell me, like, I basically feel like I know something about where we going somewhere, and she's trying to inform me on it, and I'll be like, cuz why is you telling me? I already know. But then she'd be like, okay, but did you know? And she'd tell me an intricate detail of something else that I didn't even know about the situation. But I'm so eager to cut her off because I want to know it more than she knows it. It's kind of blatantly, and I'm not going to say it's disrespectful. I just feel like you should always give a person an opportunity to explain their point of view, and you could learn from it. Sometimes it's good to be silent and listen and then just learn from it. Or you could either be like, oh, okay, so I kind of did know that. But thank you, for telling me, you give a person a courtesy of, but I appreciate it, or something like that. But some people, they feel like they're unteachable because they're already set in their mind where they, how they feel. And I just feel like us as people, we don't need to do that. I feel like you should be able to have your opinion, or I feel like you should be able to listen out and learn from people, each other, especially if you're aligning yourself with people. You want to absorb all the information and knowledge that you can, especially if it's positive information, and it's going to help you grow in the light to where you're elevating yourself, if that makes any sense. If that makes any sense. Let me see if I missed any comments. I will call you and clear it up, sis. That is so true, TC. Yes. Yeah. Tinkers, that's not good enough. Folks will say, I call you a processor. Yeah, crazy. You said that's right. That goes back that emotional intelligence we speak about the other day. Yes, Tinkers. I feel like we have so many people, and we have all people from different walks of life. So no one should stand in judgment of no one. And that's just how I feel. No one should think that they're bigger than the other to learn how to grow and move forward. No one should be above uh, accepting help or a teaching moment or a learning moment. Neither one of those should go unwarranted if you truly care about someone. Because what happens is we get to a point to where we feel like, well, because I come from a bad area, a bad side of town, cuz don't want to listen to me because she stayed, somewhere else. But because I'm from a different walk of life, she feel like I would know less than she does. You get what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Just say, for instance, I'm a different walk of life. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the ghetto. But say if cuz is up here in the mansion, she don't want to listen to me because she may feel like, okay, I'm here, you there, or you was there. So why would I be listening to you? I don't think that could be the case, because I could be from the ghetto, but I may be the smartest person in the world. You get what I'm saying? Street, book, all that. But because of my background, she don't want to listen, or she don't want to have a moment to where I'm teaching her something, because she feels like she can't teach me anything if this is where she came from. So we have to start respecting people in the way that they think. Not meaning we have to agree with it, but just hear the person out and respect it. And I don't think nothing's wrong with you trying to respect the person and where they stand. You get what I'm saying? Let me see if I miss anything. You said you definitely can't change nobody that's stuck in their what? Shells. You definitely can't. However, then you have to start making an assessment if it's these the people that I want to align myself with. If I feel like you stuck in your ways and I can't talk to you and I can't even teach you nothing, or I can't tell you my point of view without you judging me, then you have to reassess who you need to set your boundaries for and who you want to align yourself with. That's all I'm saying. You said Jessica said that is my daughter. She is so stuck in her ways. Yeah. And it could be your kids. It could be your kids. Now, my daughter, I'm not gonna say she's stuck in her ways, but she is kind of stuck in her ways. But she act like an old lady. She does. She just does. And she's always been that way. And she has 2 kids, and she don't act like the average 30 something years old. She doesn't. She act like an old lady. You know what I'm saying? She makes sure her kids is, they top priority. She has her degrees, but she don't be out partying. She don't do none of that. So she's like kind of stuck. She in the bed early. It's like, girl, go ahead and live your life. And she was like, I am living my life. So, and she was like, nah, ain't nothing out there, so that's how she is. So I can understand that too. You said, hey, Miss Glory. You said, hey, TC Mize and Chet. I had to learn this working in the HS in behavior. I wasn't ready. They weren't ready. It's a whole new world with these girl. With kids, and she just said her daughter, but sometimes kids can get stuck in their ways as well, meaning they get so used and programmed to different things that they don't want to step outside the box to try something different. We are so computer, phone, laptops, iPhones, games, PlayStation. We so prone to that. When I grew up on different stuff, so when I had the kids, like I usually get my grandkids maybe 2 weeks after, because their schedules be so busy and they be having camps and stuff they go to in the summertime. So I only could get 2 weeks with them. But we do I make them do stuff that I used to do. but we still have fun. You know what I'm saying? I still let them play their game, but they have a time limit on their game and they all that. You know what I mean? I want y'all to kind of experience different things. You know what I'm saying? So y'all won't be prone to always on your laptop, on your phone, on the game, if that makes any sense. So I can get that. Hey, what's up, bro? Okay, you said no bigs and littles use. We all have times when we be the master and or the student. No big eyes and little U's. I like that, Tinkers. No big eyes, no little U's. You know what I'm saying? We all have, sometimes we do have to take a back seat. Sometimes we have to step in the front. So that's what I'm saying. You have to kind of align yourself with people who are going to allow you to do that. Not always be in the back, not always be in the front. You have to rotate. That's what you call growth, elevation, because you have to learn how to, sometimes you have to learn how to play all parts in this society. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to, okay, I can take a backseat to this. She right. She know more than me on this. Let me go ahead and let her do that. You know what I'm saying? And with that, sometimes people can get stuck in, you know, I just you I don't want to be in the back. I don't want to help assist. I want to be in the front. And that only comes with people who have insecurities. Let me tell you why I say that. People who have insecurities usually use that as a defense mechanism. They use that they have to be in the forefront because they are afraid of being in the shadow. For whatever reason, it could be something that they dealt with in the past, or whom someone might have made them feel like they was unworthy. So now I have to make sure that I stay in the front, so I won't be taken as a flunky, maybe, or if that makes any sense. I hope I'm making sense. I hope that I'm making sense. You know what I'm saying? But I just want people to, hey, Miss Go Get Up 49, what's going on? Shelly said, you definitely need to be around people that, hold on, why is it not showing? No, hold on. Okay, you said you definitely need to be around people that you can learn from and also willing to take advice from as well. That's the only way you're going to grow, Shelly. That's the only way that you're going to grow. And that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You only going to grow with people that you can surround yourself with, that you can benefit from growing from, and who not afraid to let you lead either. Because sometimes people will allow you to always lead. You don't want to be around those people either, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to tire yourself out with leading. And sometimes you do need to take a back seat, because sometimes we need breaks in between that. You know what I'm saying? So look, I need a person on my team who's going to be strong enough to lead and strong enough to follow, because you have to be strong in both situations. I'm just telling you, you do. You are. Hey, Popeye Chicken, what's going on? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I wasn't going to be on here long, y'all, but I did have my live schedule because I said I was still trying to be on task with my stuff. My tooth is, I know I'm talking, but I'm trying. I guess my mom, they be telling me I have a high tolerance for pain. And I'm fighting through it. I am. My cousin's on my Orgel, but I told her that is not going to work. I tried to take something, but it's not working. But Yeah, that's my daughter. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to, hey, Alan, what's going on? What's going on? You said that's how I am too, TC. People swear I'm sheltered. I am just a homebody. These days, I don't mind being at home. I don't mind being at home. You know what I'm saying? I have my home peace, my oral, whatever. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I will get out more than my daughter will. I get out more than she does, right? But she ain't gonna. She don't be busting the grape. You know what I'm saying? She'll get out every now and again. Then when she get out, you know, she happy she get out. But she be like, okay, let me get back into my shell. But I told her she has to get out and start meeting people. You know what I'm saying? I want her to meet people. You know what I'm saying? Like she has to do that. But I feel like, and then she feel like, no, hang around my family. That's enough. You know, we do enough stuff. You know, we do enough family stuff. So y'all my friends. But she got a couple friends she ain't got with. But I just want people to walk away today and knowing that you need to be on both sides of the coin. You need to be able to learn and you need to be able to teach. You need to be able to hold your own and stand your ground on how you feel. I want people to understand that no opinion and feeling should go unwanted. And you should never take anybody else's opinion for granted. You shouldn't. Because us as human beings, we still have to learn how to respect each other. Even if we don't like each other, just stay in your corners and be respectful. Even if you have to break away from people because they don't like to learn or they don't like to teach. You should want people in your midst that align with how you want to grow and elevate mentally. You should never let your peace or let nobody disturb your peace because you're trying to make sure that you're forcing them to learn you or you have to teach them how to respect you. Right? Right? You said, or pick your battles, and some things you don't approach, especially if you already know you think differently. That's why a lot of people don't discuss religion and politics. Exactly. Because I don't discuss either. I just know I believe in God, so I don't have to, you know. I don't have to prove my God is my God, you know what I'm saying? Because he works for me. You said, my bad, Shelly. Realized I forgot to hit the like button. Okay. Cousin, your calm, intelligent is everything. Thank you, cousin. I appreciate you. I'm trying to hold it together, girl. I'm telling you, this bottom too. Then I almost had me going to the ER for real, in an urgent care or something. But I just feel like at the end of the day, you said it's a race in everything. Sad but true. Yeah. It's a race in everything. It is. It is. You said I had to learn the love I had as a child. These children don't have that. I don't know what. Tell that every day. I come from a world of peace and they live in a world of turmoil and I have to adapt accordingly. Yeah. Yeah. I just think that our youth, we should be able, you said, when you're no longer teachable, you make yourself indispensable in God's. When you're Miss Gloria, When you're no longer teachable, you make yourself indispensable in me and God's eye. But that's in anybody's eye. When you're no longer teachable, what are we doing? I just had a friend that I had to cut off, and I always use me. I always be transparent. Making sure I ain't leaving nothing. I ain't missing nothing. Do you have any clothes in the house? No. What's clothes? Like 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 a herb, like a clove herb. Well, when I get out live, if I need to go get me a clove, yeah, or gel. Somebody told me that too. You said Orgel mouth, and I got some coming from Amazon. The Orgel, whatever. You said try some cloves. Somebody said cloves too. But you say you don't need a crowd to be heard or validated. You don't need a crowd to be heard or validated. I just feel like this. Just like I was finna say, as far as I had a friend, and it was like you couldn't tell her nothing because she knew everything. For a minute, I hung with her because, I cared about this girl. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, I was just peeping the way that she was talking. And every time I suggested something, and I'm older than her. And I used to say stuff like, yeah, I was like in the second grade when you was born. You know what I'm saying? Because that was our age difference. I was like in the second or the third grade when you was born. So yeah, I know about that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can see where you since going with that. But it was like when it got time for me to say something to her, I couldn't. Because she knew everything. I just watched. I sat back and watched. And every time I would say something, when she say something, I was like, oh, okay, I might, that sounds good. I might try that out. Or, this, that, and the other. But it was like things that I suggested she didn't want to hear. Now it's becoming one-sided. So now I have to decide, because now I care about this girl, whether to keep her in my midst or let her go. Because I'm like, as a friend, even if you know everything, what are we doing? We're not going to grow together. And as friends, I feel like we should be able to grow together. If I can't tell you anything, then what are we doing? If you could tell me everything and I can't tell you nothing, what are we doing? That's all I'm saying. You said, TC, my mom told me when I was UG that I was oldest young person she ever met. I never did all that stuff people my age did, and I always hung around older folks. My daughter, even in school, she's always been about God. She know the Bible better than I know the Bible, and that's kind of sad to say, but she does. You know what I'm saying? And she's a grandma baby, but she did. I guess she had her little party days. She did, but I guess now that she has her kids, it's like all about her kids, and she ain't even focusing on trying to get no relationship. She just really focused on her growing her kids up. You know what I'm saying? And I think, if sometimes she do be like, I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna get a husband and have another baby. But I'm like, your kids are grown. You better not have no baby on them, right? But she's always act older. She's my oldest daughter, but she's always act older than what she is. But she's very responsible, so I appreciate that. I respect that about her. So I don't never take her oldness. Like when I go into town, she always be like, I had told her I just went up there like last weekend, and I was like, girl, I don't got into the moo-moos. And she said, what? You just getting into the moo-moos? She got my great grandma. She got my grandma moo-moo. She's like, I got grandma Penny moo-moo. I wear moo-moos all the time. So I was like, girl, I don't wear no, I don't. This is my time. She was like, yeah. I said, well, I bought my moo. She was like, well, shoot, let's watch moo and watch some movies. Let's have a marathon. So she just like doing stuff like that. She's a foodie too. Like she'll eat or whatever, but that's a whole nother lie. Yes, protect your peace at all times. That is so true. But protect your peace at all times. You know what I'm saying? Shirley said that was me and my mom. I love that your daughter loves hanging with. Boy, when I tell you, I feel like she's still in the womb sometimes. My daughter is like, she sticks to me, but she my mini me. She act like me a lot. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely me. You know what I'm saying? Very responsible. You said Orgel mouthwash. Okay, Miss Lynn. I'm gonna get some on it. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting. I promise y'all. But yeah, people, I just want people to understand this. Even though you don't like a person, you still have to respect them. Tough, huh? It's tough. It's tough respecting people that you don't like. You may not even have the same point of view. You might not be liking them because you just don't like them. But everybody has a teachable moment. It could be somebody you don't like that's teaching a moment that you may need to hear. I don't gotta like you, but if you saying something that I need to hear, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen. I may not like nothing you saying. I might not like you, but everything that you're saying is what I need to hear. How's that? Because sometimes you're going to have that. You're going to have people that you probably don't even rock with that is dropping a word. And in that moment, you may need to hear it. And you have to respect it. You have to respect it as such. And there's nothing wrong with learning. There's nothing wrong with teaching either. You just have to be able to do both with respect. And that's all that I had. You said, Ashley, she's so pleasant to talk to. She is logic and caring and gentle when needed and strong always. Oh, thank you. You said, I could tell love y'all vibes. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, cousin. But yeah, make sure, and I'm going to preach this every time I talk to y'all. Make sure you do a positive affirmation, y'all, because mental health is very important to me. Y'all know why. I ain't got to keep saying it, but your day could be thrown off by something, a comment, somebody may be looking at you wrong, and throw your whole day off. So I just want y'all to do a positive affirmation because it shapes the way that you move throughout the day. If you do one, keep it cool. It's nothing to it but to do it. And I'm always going to make sure I want my people to have a healthy mental. Always keep your peace. Don't never let nobody step inside your peace. If you feel like you in a situation or you've been in a friendship or a relationship or any kind of ships, all the ships, and you feel like you can't learn from that person or that person can't teach you nothing or vice versa, then it's time for you to remove yourself because it's not going to go anywhere. You're just going to keep going in a circle. You're just going to keep going in that circle. And then you're going to end up learning maybe a really bad lesson or a harsh lesson. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for letting me rattle on for these 45 minutes. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. you can share this live because it may help somebody to understand maybe something that they're going through. Maybe they feel like they in a situation with a friend or a mate, and they can't never talk to the mate because the mate is always giving them pull because they know everything. So this could help somebody. This could really help somebody. And I want y'all to keep it kosher. I always know that you can be teachable. I always know that you can learn too, right? As long as you live it, you learn it. I believe that 100%. As long as you got breath in your body, you always can learn something. Okay? So I'm up out of here. I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all tune in next week, next Tuesday, because I only do 2 lives a week. So make sure y'all tune in next week. And I love y'all. Let me play that video to let us on and go out.
Relax and let your mind unwind. Step inside, leave stress behind. Positive vibes and talk so wise. Say your affirmations, reach the skies. Like, comment, and subscribe now. Let the good vibe show you how. That your vibe feels so right. Vibing with TC tonight. Got your vibe shining bright. Vibing with TC tonight. Lift your voice, let it sound. Good vibrations all around. Every word, every line makes your spirit start to shine. Like, comment, and subscribe now. Let the good vibe show you how. Catch a vibe, feel so right.